What's up everyone, welcome to table 12. Today we are making profiteroles with chocolate mousse. Let's get into it. We're using 1 cup of water, 1 stick of unsalted butter cut into cubes, 128 grams or 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 4 eggs at room temperature. Notice I didn't break any this time. And 1 egg whisked and set aside for later. Oh, and a wooden spoon. Alright, let's get our water going and let that beet drop. Once the water is simmering, we're going to add the butter and stir it until it emulsifies. An emulsion is a mixture of 2 or more liquids that usually aren't immiscible, like oil and water. Once we have the emulsion, we're going to add the flour, salt, and sugar, and working quickly, mix together the ingredients until a uniform mass of dough forms and leaves a thin film on the bottom of the pan. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, kill the fire and let's transfer our dough to a mixing bowl to cool down for about 3 minutes. Once it cools, kick your mixer on medium speed and start adding the eggs one at a time. Now the eggs here are our main leavening agent. The dough is going to break apart into a soupy mess at first when you add an egg, and then it will come back together as it mixes. Once it comes back together, that's your cue to add the next egg. Usually takes a couple of minutes in between each egg, and this is what it looks like after the final egg. We've just made pâte à choux, or choux pastry, which is used to make profiteroles, croquembouches, eclairs, etc. Now transfer the choux into a pastry bag fitted with an open star piping nozzle and line a baking sheet with parchment paper or a silpat. When piping, hold the bag vertically and twist the top of the bag and pipe out a little bit, and then raise the bag and pipe out a little bit more. When pulling off, make sure not to go straight up, otherwise you'll get a tip like that. If you do, it's okay, just wet your fingertip and push it down and move on. Now that we have our profiteroles piped out, we need to give them a quick brush with the egg wash from earlier. This will give them a nice, golden, crispy outer crust. Put them into an oven set to 375 degrees, and 25 to 30 minutes later, pull out a completely different pan and go ahead and bask in the glory of these perfectly baked profiteroles. We're going to need to let them cool for a while, so while they cool, let's jump into some chocolate mousse. Start by chopping up 200 grams of semi-sweet chocolate, or you can use chips if you'd like. Now let's get our mousse set up. Grab 100 milliliters of heavy whipping cream at room temp or above, your chopped chocolate, and a tablespoon of sugar and some extra chocolate for garnish. If you have an espresso machine at home, I highly recommend steaming the cream to take its chill off. Now you can let it come to room temperature on the counter. That's fine. I don't recommend the microwave, but you do you, boo. Set up a pot with a little bit of water in it and get it simmering. Set up the chocolate and pour in the cream. If the cream has any chill to it, your bowl will crack and you'll have a dangerous mess on your hands, so be careful. Let the chocolate melt completely while stirring to avoid burning the chocolate. Once it is melted, set aside and get 300 milliliters of whipping cream, this time chilled, into a bowl. Now go ahead and bust out that sugar we talked about earlier and start mixing. Keep going until you've achieved soft peaks. Once the chocolate is cool, start adding it to the cream 1 spoonful at a time. Mix in each little bit thoroughly until you've added it all in stiff peaks form. Now if you're filming a video with hot studio lights, the chocolate won't cool at all. I had to chill my mix in the fridge for a few hours before I could put it into a piping bag. Cut some profiteroles in half and check out that perfect pocket right there. Gorgeous. Go ahead and fill those pockets in and then pipe out about a tablespoon more. Now don't go too crazy here. And there you go. Profiteroles with chocolate mousse. In the next episode, I'll walk you through how to set up your own food photography studio at home and level up your Instagram game. See you then. Thanks for watching. Oh, shit.